One of the problems with recruiting for investment banking is not the knowledge or skills you acquire, but the access to talk with real investment bankers to put your best foot forward. Our sponsor, WSO Academy, can provide those connections with 60 head mentors who are finance professionals at top firms like Goldman, Centerview, and JP Morgan. Imagine being able to get on the phone within 24 hours with one of the Academy's 1,300 mentors right before a critical interview. Get on the waitlist for WSO Academy today by clicking the link in the show notes or by visiting wallstreetoasis.com/academy. All right. Welcome to Investment Banking Insights. This is the only show dedicated to helping you learn both the technical and non-technical aspects of the investment banking process. My name is Alex Mason and I am your host. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're having an incredible day, recording live from Ithaca, New York, getting going with this MBA program here at Cornell, and fall semester is definitely in full swing. We're just about in September now. And yeah, it's just absolute craziness, but it's all good over here. Just trying to learn, just trying to grow, just trying to make some friends and make some good memories. So that's what I'm about right now. But thank you for joining me. Today, we're talking about behavioral questions. And the question I have for you is this: tell me a time you failed to meet a commitment. Tell me a time that you failed to meet a commitment. Now, we've all done this, right? We've promised to do something. We had good intentions. We were trying to do the right thing, but then something happened and we just didn't follow through. For whatever reason, we failed at meeting our commitment. So when have you promised to do something, but failed to live up to the expectation? To me, this is another one of those questions that's really intended to get to the heart of your maturity level and your ability to reflect on past experiences. So just like with many other behavioral questions, just tell your story. And you want to be honest here. You want to be tasteful. You want to be thoughtful. A personal story, I think, would be okay here if you wanted to share something in your personal life, maybe with friends or family, or just something that you experienced out in the world. But I would also recommend thinking about a story in a professional setting. Like, did you ever, for example, drop the ball on an action item in a meeting? Like, I've done that before. Have you ever missed a deadline for a project where your team members were counting on you? Well, I've done that one before too. So think about something that happened where you really weren't your best and you promised to do something, but you didn't actually follow through. So give a quick setup, describe the situation, but don't spend too much time on this part. Then talk about the actual action that you took and then describe the result. So I'll give you a quick example. And I'm just making this one up. So I was working on a team and we had certain assignments due by a certain date. Everyone in the team was going to be prepared with their portion and we were going to synthesize everything during the meeting. I showed up to the meeting and unfortunately I was unprepared and it really slowed down the whole meeting because the other team members had to compensate for my lack of preparedness. We did eventually finish the project, but it was more heartache than it should have been. And then here's the last part: reflect on the experience and what you learned from it. So then I would say something like, I learned that it's really about bringing my full self to the team and making sure that I'm ready whenever I'm in a situation where someone else is counting on me. So after that point, now I go to team meetings, I'm always prepared and ready to go. So that's an example of just a quick story you can tell to demonstrate what the failure point was and then how you turn that into a lesson for future success. And I cannot stress this enough. It is so important to reflect on how you changed and were actually transformed by this experience. It doesn't have to be a huge, grand transformation like you saw the light and your life is completely different now, but it should have altered your mindset and altered your behaviors in some way. That's really important. So many people, they tell the story, they know that they need to tell a story, but then they never reflect on it and talk about how they're different as a result. So always think about that when you're talking about behaviorals in general. All right, so a quick one for you today. That's what I got for you here on Investment Banking Insights. My name is Alex Mason. I'm your host, ready to get it, ready to study, ready to learn, and I hope you are too. I'll see you next time and have a wonderful, wonderful day.